Depression is the world's number one mental health disorder. So, why is depression such a big issue, and how to deal yourself and successfully come out of depression? That's what I'm going to talk about. Being depressed is an issue with your inability to handle yourself. Depression is a state caused as a mental reaction to your inability to handle conflicting beliefs within yourself. When you are depressed, one, you are feeling very bad because you are cheated or you are fooled. Second, you are feeling bad because the other person's action or words or behavior towards you have affected you. Third, your own inability to handle this present situation, because this is something new which you did not experience before, and you don't know how to ask help because your pride, your esteem stops you from seeking help. Sensing this, your predator can still inflict more depressing moves towards you, and you seemingly enter an endless loop of staying in the depressed cycle. So, if you are equipped with skills on how to become self-aware, how to understand your own mental apparatus, it becomes very easy for you to handle circumstances like depression and even anxiety before facing problems or facing examinations or sometimes facing tough situations in life. So, how does that work? Depression is a combined equation. One, let's begin with your acceptance and conflicting beliefs. If I believe that I belong to a community which is an elite community or maybe a suppressed community, right? If I believe fundamentally, right? So what am I doing this is I am associating my identity with an ethnic group. So I am not looking inside for my solutions, because now I am associating my identity with an ethnic community or a group. It could be religious group, it could be sub-religious groups, it could be groups at work, it could be professional group, it could be community group, it could be sports group, it could be recreation groups, it could be just simple neighborhood turf groups and hoods, whatever. But if you associate your identity with your community instead of your own self, fundamentally you believe that your strength comes from the community and your community is there to protect you. You believe without your own awareness that every time you fall into a problem, your community is going to stand up for you. So these are the fundamental beliefs. As a child or maybe as a teenager, you begin to seed in your mind. Now, up later or down the road, you will face problems in life, and that is where these beliefs that were seeded begin to come in conflict, right? So as an individual we progress, and by progress we also progress mentally by adopting new and changing beliefs. Now these beliefs comes from our learning, our observation and our own experiences from life. An individual who tries to associate himself with his community with a sense of belonging, it is all great. We all need community. Family is a community. Neighborhood is a community. And our extended family is a community. It's a celebration to be part of this community. However, it is dangerous to your mental health if you associate your primary strength with a community or a group, because every time you fall back, every time you're afraid to take that next step, every time you are supposed to take action with conviction, you look for support from this community rather than looking inside, because it is inside you the biggest strength lies in. So Sensing a fear that maybe my community could abandon me sometime, we start trying to do things to please the community members. We try to study the power balance in the community, who holds power, and here, by associating with the most powerful individual in the community, they derive a sense of accomplishment, a sense of power, and a sense of control, which is actually insecurity that is deep there inside them. Now, they don't become aware of this insecurity until they face a very threatening situation that drives them to depression later, right? Because up until then, they are believing that, hey, okay, I am safe, I am controlled, I am in a safe zone because I belong to this community, and I am associating myself with the most powerful member of this community by doing things they please. And there you are engaging yourself in a process. One, to compensate your lack of insecurity, you did not work on yourself. Two, instead of discovering your own inner strength, you are spending your time and effort on others. The same thing happens with bullying. Okay, if a child is insecure, if a child feels alone, okay, they try to find defending groups and try to associate themselves with them instead of looking unto themselves. Now, it is for such insecure victims, there are people, vicious people, who are willing to exploit. And such an exploitation is what later leads to depression. Now look what happens. I as an individual believed that by belonging to this community, by associating myself with the most powerful member of this clan, I am strong, I am safe, I am protected, I am immune, right? But in order to stay associated with them, there is an exchange, right? So they give protection and I do something, right? And this is not a formalized arrangement. This is a socio-psychological exchange arrangement. So therefore, I do something, right? And I do something just so it could help me in future. This person would stand by me when I need him the most. And in order to secure my future protection, I am willing to do whatever he asks me to do, or she asks me to do, or the community leaders ask me to do, or the gang leaders ask me to do, whatever that according to the situation is, right? And there will come a point that they will begin to realize that they are being exploited, they're just being abused, they are just actually not even given importance. And at this point of the time, what they fundamentally believed as their prime strength has backstabbed them, has cheated them, has berated them, has belittled them, has left them deserted. Now look what happens. It has been such a long time that you have spent with the belief that these guys will back you up, but now you are a lone wolf. And now you don't even know to look inside because you got so much used to looking for support externally that you never got used to seeing things inside. And this leads to an identity crisis. Who am I? Why do I live? What's my life purpose? And there is a blank mind. And that blank mind is what causes people to become depressed, because now the sense of helplessness kills them. To the feeling that all this while their effort, their trust, their dedication was just simply abused. 3, they don't know how to handle themselves now because mind is absolutely blank. So now I am going to offer a solution to this. Why people become depressed. The situations might vary, but I am just trying to give you a basic social structure on how mental exploitation and mental dissertation can lead to depression while you yourself are insecure deep inside without knowing how to look for that inner strength inside. So I hope you got how this structure works and why people are led into depression. Now let me share tools and strategies on how you can deal with depression and come out of it successfully. So how does it work? Let us look at this model. This individual was trying to seek strength from the external community, right? Now, instead of trying to seek strength from the external community, if that individual established certain socio psychological exchange, like, okay, I'll do this for him, I'll do some errands, I'll fetch groceries, I'll do that, I'll do this, right? So they assumed that by doing this they get protection in exchange, but that's not what was happening. Instead, if that individual says, okay, what can I do to become as strong as them or even better than them? How can I become strong? So you can become strong by building a better self-image, by building better self-esteem, by learning how to act in self-confident manner, even in fearful and hurtful situation. You can work on your physical strength. You can learn pretty much any skill. You can learn to stay mentally strong, emotionally resilient. These are the things that you should rather be working on. And this is first step you must realize. All this time you wasted with your wrong and limiting beliefs that led you to depression. You got to undo that and you got to invest in this stuff, the good stuff, working on yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. You are equipping yourself, you're building your own defense mechanisms, you're building your own self-awareness mechanisms so that you can deal with this problem yourself. So you look inward. You don't. It's good. It's encouraging to seek support and help. I'm saying the primary help is you. It's deep within you, and you can do that. How do you do that? You see, we all are accountable to live our own lives successfully. Nobody is responsible for our state of life, not even your parents. Well, to figure out this, it takes some time, and this is called 100% ownership of your life. And by the word accountability, I don't mean responsibility. I'm not saying you are responsible for your life. I'm saying you're accountable for your life. So what does that mean? Now, facing life situations, some situations might be beyond your capacity to deal with. And when you face such situations, you're accountable to solve them. It's not just your responsibility. What I mean by accountability is, whether you know or not, you have to solve this problem because you are accountable to do this. This is not a responsibility you signed up for. This is not a duty that is being given to you. It's an accountability. Okay, you have to do this. It's not about do or die. It's about getting it done because you are accountable to do this. An individual who figures out this sense of accountability towards life is immune to depression because he understands that my strength comes when I solve my own life problems. I know this problem is beyond my capacity now, but by doing what, by learning what, can I solve this problem? They figure that out. They look, they learn, they observe, and they come back with a strategic plan of action. And they will do that because they hold themselves accountable. I have to do this because I own this problem. This is my life problem. I'm not here because of my parents or because of my community or because of that perpetrator or because someone is predating me. No, this problem belongs to me and I will solve it because I'm accountable to solve it. So instead of seeking strength from belonging to a community, belonging to some powerful clan or something like that, the individual now says, hey, I can build better strength if I can solve this problem. It's my problem. I'll solve it. I have solution. Now I can give the solution to many others. Right? So that's how they begin to seek strength from within. And how does that progress? It progresses really well. You now, as you keep solving problems, you become better at solving life problems. You will be considered as a problem solving expert. People will look up to you. You create your own image. This is your identity. The guy who takes, the individual, the girl, the woman, the child, the teenager who takes responsibility of their own life 100% in an accountable manner. Okay? In an accountable manner. And as you're accountable, you will understand that work is strength. Solving problems is strength. And I am a person who is expert at solving life's problems. That's your identity. That's the image you're projecting. Now people look up to you. You will have your own fans. You will have your own subscribers. You will have followers who look up to you. You will be consulted for serious advice. Advice that can be of practical value. And you are really good at this because that day you took action with accountability. I own this and I'm solving it right now. And you did it because you hold yourself accountable. You were not worried about failure. You did not say, I don't know, this problem is bigger than me. You just simply said, hey, I have to solve this problem because it belongs to me. And you acted on it. But that individual who is associating himself with the community as his primary strength believes that, oh, okay, he's waiting externally. Somebody will solve my problem. Something will get me out of this. So they're constantly waiting because they are depending on somebody else. And when that doesn't happen, they feel depressed. They've become, maybe eventually out of this depression, they even become toxic. Because now in order to stay belonging to the community and still solve your life problem, the only option you have is to turn yourself into a negative or a toxic person. So that's how depression can actually be very hurtful and damaging to your psychological health and personal well-being. However, if you learn to take accountability as your life choice, you will learn to see that the beauty of life, the beauty of ownership of life lies within you. And the strength that you thought comes from them, no, that's not true. You are strength. It lies within you. Face life problems instead of running errands for people you think might come and help you tomorrow. No. Instead, it's good to belong to a community, celebrate the sense of community, but community doesn't give you strength. You give strength to yourself. Parents don't give you strength. Friends don't give you strength. This is a very good support mechanism. And you're lucky if you have this. Embrace it. Be thankful for them. But you are the primary help for you. Nobody else. Period. And you're accountable to help yourself and lead your life successfully. So, what I'm trying to say is that if you are depressed, figure out where is it that you are missing the accountability. What is it that, and by accountability there are two things. There are things that you must do, but maybe you're not doing. And there are things that you must not do and you're doing. Now both of this could land you in problems. Like in the individual's case, he was not supposed to be there serving people, take time for them and run errands for them. He was supposed to do something for himself that time. Maybe study, learn, spend time with family, or at least rest. Or maybe work on himself, learn. But he was not doing things that he was accountable to do. Rather, he was spending time somewhere else doing something, right? So that's non-accountable behavior. If you do things that are accountable to you, it will cause strength to you. Second, don't kill yourself around the thought that you are being used or you were just being a scapegoat in the entire process. Accept it. Okay, most people don't want to accept that they were fooled, they were cheated, that they were hurted and they're feeling bad. No, accept it. By accepting, you become free. And that liberates you of the pain, that liberates you of the cloudiness in your mind. And now you have greater clarity. Once you have greater clarity, once you accept, okay, I was fooled, I was used, I was stupid, that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Now you are clear. And as you're clear, now you can see, okay, where did I do my accountability part wrong? And as you figure that out, now you can have set of strategic action that, okay, I will do these things and I will not do these things and I will act because I am accountable. By becoming more self-aware, by becoming more accepting person, okay, I lost. I believed something, but today it's not true. See, these are conflicting beliefs. As you learn to manage your conflicting beliefs with acceptance, with that humility to say, I am lost, I am defeated, then yes, you can come out of this successfully. Depression is a mental disorder caused by our own limiting beliefs and conflicting mechanisms in our mind. But that also means you can solve it, and you can solve it like this. I hope this video has helped you with mechanisms to deal with your own depression and anxiety like circumstances. Share this video if you believe it could help anybody else. Stay tuned for more such videos and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next video.